Yes, welcome to KKTV. And today we have a special guest, Rafael Tora from Kenya, who is a political analyst. Welcome, Rafael.
Thank you very much, Daktari.
Yeah. How is Kenya?
My pleasure. It's okay. It's raining today. We thank God.
Okay. Yeah. Rafael, can you introduce yourself so that people know who you are?
Okay. I'm Rafael Nyamira Tora.
Okay.
I'm a journalist by profession.
Okay.
I work in one of the radio station for Ikegusi, and here we are. Politics is our it's our thing.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
Welcome. So
yeah, thank you very much.
So can I know which radio you work with?
Seito FM.
Okay, Seito FM. Oh, that is very nice. So yeah, just to go to the point, we know we are gearing towards general election, and I know there is a lot of campaigning back in Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell us the political temperature in Kenya, where the direction are, more especially the national politics?
At the moment, the temperatures are very high because you understand politics.
Yeah.
It's all about interest. And
okay.
As of now, we only have two big wings of politics, which are trying to ensure each of them is going to have something at the end of 8th of August. That's 9th, sorry.
Mm.
And so every coalition is working towards achieving what they think is best for them. And
okay.
Indeed, as you can see, the nominations are still ongoing.
Mm.
Some which have not been done yet, but I think by 21st, it will be the last day for nomination. That's depending the calendar of IEBC.
Mm.
And indeed, when you can see, at least we have two big political parties, that is UDA under Kenya Kwanza and ODM and Azimio la Umoja, which have been conducting their nominations to ensure that they have the right people who are going to face the elections, that is on 9th of August. And Dr. you can see what happened. First, when ODM did its nominations, there was a lot of criticism. UDA came, still there is criticism, which means at the end of the day, we have a winner and a loser. But at some point, the loser cannot really accept, because you understand of what is at the far end of August. So definitely, at the moment, the temperatures are very high, and the people are really trying. And to some point, you can see after nominations, there are some parts of the country where nomination is everything. It's even more better than the general election. Like you can see the Rift Valley, when UD had its nominations, it's like already when you have a ticket, you're at least 80% office, which means that is the temperatures were very high. The same case applies to ODM. When you go to Nyanza, there's some people, once you have a ticket for ODM, you're fully guaranteed that now you're planning, you're going to work on your calendar of events, and now you're going to work for your people. So definitely at the moment the temperatures are very high, and we expect more in terms of now national politics, because when you see some logarithms at the moment, you can realize these elections could not be the same as the previous elections, simply because a lot of people marched to several political parties because of the political party bill which was passed in parliament, which was to bar somebody once you're defeated from nominations in your party. Then if you don't have a chance to join an independent, to go as an independent candidate, then your case is done.
Okay.
So that one made it more difficult and even more diversified, because a lot of people who are very strong went to those small parties to ensure they don't spend a lot and they don't lose as they go for nominations. So at the moment, temperatures are very high.
So tell me, what is your take on this political parties bill? Do you think that was the good thing?
Political party bill was good at some point, but then it could bar some people democracy. Why do I say that? At some point, you've seen a lot of people, when you are aligned to a big wing or a leader of a political party, you can have your direct ticket. Which means at the end of the day, me, if I'm interested in a certain seat and you are you are so close to the leader, I might not have that chance of getting my democracy, because we have seen people being given tickets, direct tickets. And some point when you were seeing people saying that they were doing some consensus, some people never came into agreement for them to have the consensus or to agree. It's now time for Daktari, let's support Daktari to have the ticket. Some things were done in a boardroom. So at some point it was good, but then it could bar some people, it could deny some people democracy.
Okay.
So to me, it was sometimes it needed some panel beating to ensure it's a good thing to cut across.
Now let us talk about what can you say about Azimio primary, maybe ODM? They conducted. What's a scorecard? How can you evaluate
when you see ODM when it did its nominations, at some point they slide behind waliumiza watu wengine, if I can put it like that.
Yeah, can you
like now for instance, let me give you good examples. You saw Gladys Wanga was given a direct ticket. Kidero was forced to was an independent. When you see Kidero and Gladys, these are two big people. You cannot say Kidero has no forces. Kidero has been a governor in Nairobi County. This is a strong candidate. This is a guy you cannot joke with. That's one. Number two, if you can see brother to Raila was given a direct ticket. You can see James Orengo was given a direct ticket. And when you see, there were a lot of complaints from the home ground, which means people were not satisfied. And again, the party leader has not yet come out and talked about such things, because it couldn't be 100% perfect. But at some point, when you come out and pinpoint some scenarios where you think people backslided or you went astray, then people can come into agreement and understand there was a challenge, and maybe there is next time. When you find things have been done and then there is no communication, it sends a serious signal.
So, and that is actually the home ground of ODM.
Exactly.
What
exactly.
An example.
Exactly.
When you compare it with William Ruto's stronghold, where Yuda has a stronghold in Rift Valley, what is the scorecard you can give Yuda in conducting election in Rift Valley?
Daktari, when you can see a lot of people who are so close to Dr. William Ruto, many of them were not given a direct ticket, and many of them were defeated, starting from CS Keter.
Yeah.
Very close to the deputy president. What happened?
Democrats.
People decided. You get?
Yeah.
And again, he went ahead and conceded defeat. Number two, look at these people, Sosion, you saw what happened. There's this vocal lady.
Yeah.
Democracy found its way. And again, the deputy president went a mile ahead and pinpointed and said the electoral board did a good job, even though there were some parts whereby they were forced to postpone, which means as a leader, he did the right thing. And if I can give him a scorecard, it's quite better than Raila Odinga.
Okay. Now,
yes.
On the same, have they conducted all the primaries in every part of Kenya?
There are some parts which have remained, like now for ODM, you can see Langata has not yet been done yet for ODM. There are some parts like Meru where you saw the UDA, the counter was youths burnt those materials. So there are those some parts whereby I think there's still time for them to ensure they're going to conduct nominations.
Oh, okay. How about Kisii? Kisii County, which is slated to be like a swing county. Have they conducted the nominations?
Now, Kisii County, they did in Nyamira County. But then I was surprised to realize ODM didn't conduct MP nominations for Kisii County, but in Nyamira County, they only did in Borabu constituency.
Borabu? Because
other parts of Nyamira, they did consensus and then people came into agreement. But when you realize, like in terms of Kisii County, for women rep, there was a challenge between Janet Ongera and Donya, whereby Janet is given a direct ticket simply because she's been in the party for some time, whereby it means democracy was not done. And again, when you realize the governorship seat, Simbarat was alone, Senatorial Onyonga was alone. When you do some logarithms, you realize Simba comes from Bobasi constituency, Janet comes from Bobasi constituency, which sometimes when you see if somebody is given a direct ticket, it's killing one force, because it's normal. You cannot vote for a governor from Bobasi, women from Bobasi. And even though sometimes people say you cannot charge where a lady comes from, maybe you can see where she's married. You get? But then how people reason and how people can do their mathematics and see kuna zile nyumba wanaweza ona sisi tumefungiwa nje kidogo, hatuna nafasi kwa hii kambi. And that one is might surprise Raila Odinga. You get?
Yeah.
When you see that formation, because when you see, I'm sure 100% sure Simba was not happy with such kind of a thing, and because you might be surprised, the lady who was denied when she ditched ODM to wipe her, she might surprise many.
Okay.
You get? She might surprise many.
And now on the same about the Kisii, it looks like a issue of a party does not really resonate with the people. It resonates with the individuals who are on the ballot. Because last election, 2017, we had so many MPs who came in through independent and very small parties. A major party like ODM and the Jubilee, they didn't get many seats from Kisii. Is there a message there about the voting pattern of the Kisii people?
A serious message, and this message comes in now during this nomination time. 2017, the leaders who were leading ODM, they selected members who were bending low to them, or those people who were easy to understand, those who were leading the party. Once you're given a mandate to govern the party, you can select, let me give Tora a direct ticket and leave Daktari aside. And then this leader doesn't understand, Tora doesn't have a ground, Daktari has ground.
Okay.
And now once you see Kisii, the Kisii region with the Western people, they have the same voting pattern. They cannot see the party, but they can only see who are we going to vote.
Yeah.
Now here, it's where you find ODM never had any member of parliament. But the smaller parties had members of parliament. Why? They didn't consider ODM or Jubilee as a big party for them.
Okay.
And that's why I told you, when you see such things and such scenarios, this is where at some point you find ODM might be losing from our side, from Kisii region or from Gusii region.
Yeah.
Of course, it has a good say. But then it might be affected, greatly affected. Once you issue a direct ticket and you hear and you find people complaining, it sends a serious signal. It's not something you can say it's normal in politics.
Am I hear you saying, like in Kisii, It is not the popularity of the party which can make you win. It is the popularity of an individual which can make the party win. Is that right?
Exactly. That's the point. Yes, that's the point.
So meaning, if ODM could have learned this lesson, could have listened to get most popular people.
That is the point, because at the end of the day, if you say you're doing consensus, there are a lot of people who have complained. Like now, go to Nyamira County. There is a guy who was known as Kemoni, was running for governorship, but he was not given a chance. He was told let Timothy have the ticket.
Also, Timothy is the one who has a ticket.
Of course, for Nyamira County. Now, come to Kisii County. The same case happened. Look at the women rep. Okay, come to MPs who are vying for. For instance, you can see Kitutu Chache. People came and then they finally decided to give an individual. Trust me, if you find you did a consensus, and then one of them has merged to an individual as an individual candidate, then that shows you he was not certified.
He was not.
If indeed he was certified, he couldn't. Exactly, he couldn't go for an independent candidate. He could say, no, let me support my brother because we are already in agreement. But once you see this person going for running as an independent party, an independent candidate, then it means he was not satisfied, or he realized he will not make it to have that ticket. But he feels, I'm capable of running this thing.
Okay. So basically, why is it that ODM is a party which has been around, which has remained consistent, that's had a national outlook? Why has it not developed structures of conducting nominations?
I think when you see ODM, there's a lot of micromanagement of the political party. And this is where you find that there's a lot of people bringing you to have your right.
Okay.
Like for instance, if today I want to say maybe I want to go and meet Raila Odinga, I'll be sent back to somebody to give me the election to Raila Odinga. And if I don't bend to the rules and regulations of this person whereby I'm referred to, then the chances of me meeting this leader are zero. And that's why it's having such issues now and then.
Okay.
Yes.
Now there is another emerging scenario. We saw the nomination in Rift Valley, where we have seen actually the old guard were kicked out, and the most youthful politician won the seats. Is it an indication that Kenya is changing, or that is we can do it regional? We can say it's in Rift Valley, because like now in Kisii, we are having octogenarian politicians, all of them running for governorship. And I saw Kisii youths now saying that we are also going to change. Is it a revolution starting from Rift Valley, or what can you say about it?
You know, the challenge we are having, maybe I can say, these leaders who are old enough, or these leaders who have been in politics, I can say they have not done their part in mentoring young people into politics, or they have not welcomed them or showed them the way how leadership should be done. And I think that's why you can see a lot of youths have popped into political parties, political seats. They want to ensure, if we cannot be shown the way, let's fight for ourselves and have the space, because those who are supposed to show us, they're not doing anything for us to have this chance. When you see, like now, I was happy to see the 24-year-old lady winning a women rep ticket from Bomet. It's a good thing, because when I was looking at the background of that lady, she comes from a very humble background, and she is only saying that once she's given that chance, she wants to fight for one thing. She wants to see sanitary towels being given for free in our country for ladies, because she has realized it's a big challenge for those people maybe who are very poor, and there are people who don't understand how to even use the sanitary towels. And when you find people have realized that this lady has them in heart, they decided, and how many people were there? There were teachers, there were professors, but she turned out to be the odd one out. And this one might be a very serious signal to people, even to leaders we are having at the moment, because it shows that young people are tired to be led with old people at some point, not because they cannot deliver, because they are not there to show them the way. They are not there to tell them how to do it. Every time you hear them say, you are a leader of tomorrow. When is this tomorrow? Now they want to take the tomorrow for themselves. That's why actually this one, it could be a serious signal, and you're going to see. That's why I told you this the 2022 elections are quite different from the previous elections because of the dynamics. And that's why now let's break down to our Kisii County gubernatorial race. Kisii County gubernatorial race at the moment in our country, I think it could be the toughest race. Look at those people who are in the race. We have Ongeri. He's a legend in leadership. He's been a minister. He's been a leader for the longest time possible. Look at Chris. He has been a member of parliament. He has been this current government. He has been a CAS. Look at Machogu. Machogu is a serious leader. He has shown he can do. Look at Simba, who comes as the youngest leader of all. And so when you realize these leaders, there's none of them you can say is weaker than the other. But the way they are going to conduct themselves is going to give one of them the leadership. And one, it's how this leader is going to conjoin all the houses, I can say all the regions in Kisii County. We have from Machoge, we have from Getutu, we have from Nyaribari, we have from Nchali, we have from Basi. So when you find how this person is going to conduct, it's going to give him at least some bigger points or more points to ensure that this person is going to lead. That's why it wasn't easier for Simba to accept that Janet to have an ODM ticket, because it paralyzes his territory. We are all from the same house, but then how can we be two people from the same constituency? Now let's see Nyaribari and Omobasi, because yes, now we are having a competition between Omobasi and Nyaribari, because Chris Obure comes from Bobasi, Simba comes from Bobasi, Machogu comes from Nyaribari, Ongeri comes from Nyaribari.
That is a very interesting.
Here is where now you're going to find Nyaribari has included Omobasi, has included Omogetutu, has included the Machoge, has included Nchali. And this one is going to help a lot. That's why I told you this race is kind of very stiff. You cannot say this candidate is weaker than the other. You'll be very wrong. Yes.
And it looks like there is no any consensus going to be held nowhere
at the moment, because where we are, the only guy who considered is Charles Matoke from Nyaribari, who accepted to support Machogu. But when you see his pace in terms of groundwork, it was a little bit far, and he's very young. But when you see Machogu and Ongeri, I don't think if there could be any consensus at the moment.
What do you think the Kisis look more in choosing a governor? What matters most that we can a criteria for that?
At the moment, our people, number one, are interested on somebody is giving them cash. That's the big challenge.
That is the big challenge.
People don't know your manifesto. People don't want to know what you want to bring on board.
Yeah.
They want to see, Daktari came, gave me 1,000 bob. Tora came, give me 200 bob. Among these, who gave me more?
Actually, it has been estimated that the KIS is the most expensive when it comes to election. That politicians spend more money than any other region. As we were talking about the nomination, the UDA nomination in Live to Fire, which saw people like Toto win. Toto didn't have even a car. You could see she comes from a humble background. People were contributing for her. Even the
same case applies
incoming
to
governor,
the
Kericho governorship.
Yes.
The guy who won is a university professor. I hear he could go to a market and the people were contributing for him to continue fighting, to fight against Keteri, who was all of the money.
Yes.
But can that be replicated in Kisii?
Not anytime soon. Yes.
And I just wanted you to listen to this clip. There's a problem. A hiccup. Okay, just a minute.
I have experience in poultry work. Which
I would like you to listen to
this place. Who's your immediate employer? So and so. Then you call that guy. He tells you that guy is a very good farmer, but he's a thief. Or I removed him here because he was. I suspected he was stealing the animal feeds. Would you say because he has not been taken to court, I will employ him? Would you do that, you yourself? Of course not. Then why do you have such characters that members of the public know that they have been red flagged and they keep on electing them and they expect them good leadership? And when those guys start stealing across the country, every county is in a mess, save a few. And then you say, oh, ESCC is not working. You're the first person to be blamed. You voted a crook. What did you expect? Huh?
Okay. That was an official of ESCC was talking to journalists. You get a person where he has been working, he stole money from there. But because he's giving you money, you vote for this person. Do you expect this person not to steal the public money? It's a weird question he's asking.
That's where our people go wrong. Because politics is kind of investment. When one is running, the only challenge is the risks are very high. You're not guaranteed to take it home. That's why at the moment you might have politicians having a budget of running for a governorship or a gubernatorial seat. One could tell you I'm having maybe 100 million, 200 million, or 1 billion is planning to spend for him to achieve. Now, when you open business with a budget of a certain sum, you have to calculate the probability in a span of a certain period. And this is what our people don't understand.
Yeah.
If I have a budget of running for a governor seat in a county, I have a budget of 200 million to spend, back in my mind, I'm thinking how to have double of the amount I'm spending in a span of a certain period, or even triple.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody is coming and giving you money, because nobody is enjoying to dish out money for nothing. That's why I give you, you vote for me. When I gave you, now when you put me in, you'll have to give me some time for me to recover my money.
Yeah.
And now people don't understand such things, because at the end of the day, if there could be money that is being given for free, then I don't think if Kenya could be giving money for free with the debts we are having at the moment.
Yeah, and actually, as you say, so that's one of the things people should know. And as I told you, it has been calculated that a politician in Kisii spends 3 times more than in most of the other regions in Kenya. Because even those youths, they are there for hire. Take for example, look at this clip. That is taken in Kisii. They are lining up a politician giving them money. And tomorrow it will come back.
Monto tate no mwaka. Oh, sorry. Apa woi karansa buno kirete to tenena.
How can we eliminate this culture where people do it with impunity? Giving money and they saying tomorrow I will be back again to give you money.
I think our people will come to learn the hard way. Finally. Because if you see some counties, they have really developed and developed. Because when the constitution came and we had counties, it was all meant to ensure that every citizen benefits at the home ground.
Yeah.
You can access some services for you not traveling to Nairobi or to find them. That's why in Kisii we have our even central bank. But then this devolution, it has taken place in some counties, but in our counties it's really not seen. Because number one, I don't see the sense. We have avocados being exported whereby siblings were taken from Kisii County, germinated in Murang'a, and now Murang'a is the largest exporting avocados to outside the country. Why not in Kisii County?
But we
have sugarcane.
Don't we have a factory was constructed for avocado?
Is it working?
I don't know. You are the one on the ground to tell me.
I think it was, of course, it was said by personal. I haven't seen it work. We have sugarcane. This sugarcane should be converted to a product that is going to give farmers a lot of money. You're guaranteed if you have your sugarcane farm, you can go sell it into a factory and have your money. We had Byrethrum. Where is Byrethrum? We had coffee. Where is coffee at the moment? Nowadays, even farmers are working hard to ensure they are eliminating tea and even plant trees. Is it motivating to our people? It is not. And we have devolution. How many? What is the budget of Kisii County or Nyamira County per year? It's a lot of money. Actually, if we had serious leaders, every constituency could be having an industry learning one thing or two. We could be having, like, maybe Bobasi, you have your avocado industry. In Bomachoge, you have your milk industry. You know, in Nyaribari, you have your banana industry.
If you go tell the politician, the electorate, like these are the things you are going to do, they will say, oh yeah, they sound so good, but what are you giving me right now? And you could be a good leader, but if you don't have the money, how do you get to office to implement that?
So that's why I told you that's the first challenge we're having from GOSI, that electorates consider first before realizing the manifesto of the contestant or the the candidate who is vying for a political seat. Number two, you can realize people want to feel included in the cycle of these leaders. It doesn't matter if I'm going to benefit. It doesn't matter if the manifesto is favoring me. People are going to see Monda comes from Yaribari, Arati comes from Bobasi, Onyonga comes from Kitutu, Janet comes from Bobasi. This is now a full cycle of Kisii County. Machogu comes from Nyaribari, the deputy comes from Kitutu, the senator comes from Bumachoge, the women rep comes from I'm not sure where the lady vying under their umbrella comes from.
Oh yeah.
Now you find the UDA team.
The UDA, do they have one?
Yes.
I think it's from Machoge.
Yes.
Machoge, I think.
Machoge is a senator.
It's a senator.
Maangi.
We don't know.
Yes. So you find these are some of the factors people are going to
look
now. Somebody is going to wake up and say, we have Simba. Oh, I can vote Simba because it comes from Bobasi. We have Monda. Monda comes from Nyaribari. I'll vote Monda and his team. You get? So at the end of the day, you're going to realize we voted our people without realizing this person we have given this opportunity. Maybe he has no manifesto to ensure he's taking into account the next level, or is having our people at heart to ensure he's changing lives. So that's the second thing, or the second factor our electorates consider. Yes.
Yeah, but now what is your advice? Our time is coming to an end, but what can you advise the voters?
Before you wake up to be used as a youth, to be dished some little cash and attend a political rally, ask yourself, is this enough for me in case I'm injured?
Okay.
You're given 100 bob or 200 shillings to go in a riot, or to go and attend a rally you are not invited or you are not supporting. You are told, no, go then disrupt the meeting, without realizing the money you are given is not even worth it to look for the aid of an injury you will get from there.
Okay.
Number two, when you are going to plan to vote, think broadly. Read the manifesto of each and every candidate, not because it comes from your home, not because he gave you some little cash, not because you think because Torah is supporting this person, I also think I should support this person, but because you feel he has the manifesto that has touched you directly.
Okay.
In that way, it's the only way you can identify a good leader.
Don't you think
And
even
again,
understanding somebody's record, previous record, matters too?
Yeah, you need to see Torah has come for us. What is his history? Where has he been? What was he doing? What did he do? What did he achieve?
Okay.
So by so doing, you find yourself analyzing every leader in different way, and by so doing, you realize you select a better leader for tomorrow and to ensure, because 5 years is not 1 + 1. Suffering 5 years.
That's true.
And if you realize you are given 500 shillings, that means every year you take 100 shillings. With the current economy, you understand what 500 shillings can do. If you buy milk and bread, or even with cooking oil, you will be left with nothing.
Okay.
And again, now peace. If you think you're not supporting a certain alliance, or if you feel you're offended with a certain alliance, don't attend their rally.
Okay.
Go where you feel you are catered or you are accommodated, other than going somewhere and then trying to disrupt somebody's meeting, because there's freedom of expression. You can also wake up and say you need to run for presidency. Nobody's going to buy you as long as you attain the required requirements. Nobody's going to tell you, no, stop, you're young. So the same case applies.
Okay.
Before you go to disrupt somebody's meeting, ask yourself, if I was the one running for this post, or if I was the one wanted to talk to people, and then somebody comes and disrupts my meeting, how could you feel?
Yeah.
And also for your own safety, stay away from chaos.
Okay. Well, Mr. Tora, it was nice having you on the studio. And
thank you very much.
Continue monitoring election. We will call you some other time to give us the updates. It was nice having you.
I'm grateful, Daktari, and all the best.